Hello and welcome back to Ask the Retirement Queen series. I'm Bibi Apampa, your host, and today we're exploring a topic that's deeply personal yet universally important for every pastor. Life in retirement as a pastor after decades of faithful ministry, how to transit from active ministry to retirement. If you're a pastor wondering what life will look like when you step away from full-time ministry, you're not alone. The transition from active pastoral service to retirement involves much more than financial planning. It's about reimagining your purpose, maintaining your connections, and discovering new ways to serve while finally taking time for yourself. Today, we were addressing the 5 most common questions pastors ask about life in retirement. Whether you are years away from retirement or already making the transition, this episode will help you envision a fulfilling, purposeful retirement that honors your calling while embracing this new season of life. Let's dive into these essential questions about pastoral retirement life. Question 1, what will I do with my time in retirement as a pastor? This is perhaps the most fundamental question pastors face when considering retirement. After decades of structured ministry life, the open calendar can feel both liberating and overwhelming. The reality of time in retirement. You'll suddenly have 40 to 50 hours per week that were previously filled with sermons, meetings, counseling, and church administration. This dramatic shift requires intentional planning. Structuring your retirement time. Create a new routine. Establish regular wake-up and bedtime schedules. Dedicate specific times for prayer, study, and reflection. Build in physical activity and social connections. Balance solitude with community engagement. Pursue long-delayed activities. Read those books that have been on your shelf for years. Take up creative pursuits like writing, painting, or music. Learn new skills or earn certifications in areas of interest. Travel to places you have always wanted to visit. Serve in new ways. Volunteer with community organizations. Mentor young pastors or ministry students. Participate in mission trips or short-term ministry assignments. Teach Bible studies or lead small groups. Start a wisdom center, a day center or Bible study group for aging. Retired members of the community. Family investment. Spend quality time with grandchildren. Strengthen relationships with adult children. Take on caregiving responsibilities for aging parents. Reconnect with your spouse after years of shared ministry. Remember, the goal isn't to fill every moment, but to create a balanced, meaningful rhythm that brings joy and purpose to your retirement years. Question 2, what hobbies and interests can I pursue when I retire as a pastor? Many pastors discover they've postponed personal interests for decades while serving others. Retirement offers the perfect opportunity to rediscover or develop new passions. Rediscovering forgotten interests, creative pursuits, writing memoirs, devotionals or theology, sermon books, photography, particularly travel or nature photography, woodworking or crafts that create lasting beauty, music, learning instruments or joining community choirs, gardening and landscaping projects, physical activities, golf, tennis, or other sports you enjoyed in youth, hiking and exploring nature trails, cycling or walking clubs, swimming or water activities, yoga or Tai Chi for flexibility and peace, intellectual pursuits, continuing education through online courses or local colleges, become a life coach, sound counselor, learning new languages, especially biblical languages, historical research on topics of personal interest, genealogy and family history research, philosophy or theology study groups, social hobbies, joining book clubs or discussion groups, participating in community theater or arts organizations, volunteering with literacy programs or tutoring, mentoring programs for young professionals, travel groups or cultural organizations. Practical tip, start exploring potential hobbies before retirement. Use vacation time to try new activities and discover what truly brings you joy and fulfillment. Question 3, after I retire as a pastor, how can I stay connected to the church and the community? Maintaining meaningful connections after retirement is crucial for emotional well-being and continued sense of purpose. Staying connected to your church. Transitional considerations. Discuss expectations with church leadership before retiring. Consider a gradual transition rather than abrupt departure. Establish clear boundaries about ongoing involvement. Respect the new pastor's authority and leadership style. Meaningful ways to stay involved. Attend worship services regularly as a congregation member. Participate in small groups or Bible studies. Volunteer for specific ministries that match your interests. Serve on committees where your experience adds value. Mentor younger members or new Christians. Community connections, civic engagement. Join local service organizations like Rotary or Lions Club. Volunteer with community nonprofits. Participate in local government or school board meetings. Support community events and festivals. Social networks. Join retired pastors groups in your area. Participate in senior center activities. Connect with neighbors through community associations. Engage in interfaith dialogue and cooperation. Professional networks. Maintain relationships with denominational colleagues. Attend ministry conferences and retreats. Join professional associations for retired clergy. Participate in continuing education opportunities. Important balance. Stay connected without overstepping boundaries. Your role has changed, and healthy relationships require respecting these new dynamics. Question 4. What kind of ministry opportunities as a pastor might I pursue in retirement? Retirement doesn't mean the end of ministry. It often opens doors to new forms of service that weren't possible during full-time pastoral duties. Interim ministry opportunities. Serve as interim pastor during church transitions. Provide pulpit supply for churches seeking permanent pastors. Assist with special projects or capital campaigns. Offer conflict resolution services for struggling congregations. Specialized ministry roles. Hospital or nursing home, chaplaincy. Prison ministry and rehabilitation programs. Military chaplaincy, if qualified. Counseling ministries for individuals and couples. Premarital and marriage counseling. Grief support group facilitation. Educational ministry. Teach at seminaries or Bible colleges as adjunct faculty. Develop and lead continuing education programs. Mentor seminary students or young pastors. Create online courses or educational content. Lead study tours to biblical lands. Mission and outreach. Short-term mission trips and volunteer assignments. Disaster relief and humanitarian work. Community development projects. Prison and rehabilitation ministry. Homeless shelter and food bank volunteering. Creative ministry expressions. Writing devotionals, books, or curriculum materials. Developing podcasts or online ministry content. Creating retreat programs for pastors or lay people. Establishing ministry consulting services. Leading spiritual direction or retreat ministries. Considerations. Choose ministry opportunities that energize rather than drain you. Retirement ministry should feel like a calling, not an obligation. Question 5. How can I maintain my physical and mental health in retirement after retiring as a pastor? The transition to retirement can impact both physical and mental health. Proactive planning is essential for thriving in this new season. Physical health maintenance. Establish regular exercise routines. Start with activities you enjoy: walking, swimming, gardening. Join fitness classes designed for seniors. Include strength training to maintain muscle mass. Incorporate flexibility exercises like yoga or stretching. Nutritional wellness. Plan and prepare healthy meals regularly. Stay hydrated throughout the day. Limit processed foods and excessive caffeine. Consider consulting with a nutritionist. Preventive health care. Schedule regular medical checkups. Keep up with recommended screenings. Manage chronic conditions proactively. Stay current with the vaccinations. Mental health strategies. Combat isolation. Maintain regular social connections. Join clubs or groups with shared interests. Volunteer in meaningful ways. Consider adopting a pet for companionship. Cognitive stimulation. Read regularly and engage in learning. Play brain games or puzzles. Learn new skills or hobbies. Engage in stimulating conversations. Emotional wellness. Process the grief of leaving active ministry. Seek counseling if struggling with transition. Practice gratitude and mindfulness. Maintain spiritual disciplines and a healthy prayer life. Stress management. Develop healthy sleep habits. Practice relaxation techniques. Limit exposure to negative news or social media. Engage in activities that bring joy and peace. Warning signs. Watch for depression, anxiety, or excessive grief over ministry loss. Professional help is available and beneficial. What an incredible journey we've taken together through these essential questions about life and retirement as a pastor. From managing your time and discovering new hobbies to maintaining health and finding purpose, we've explored the many facets of this important life transition. Key takeaways for your retirement journey. Embrace the transition. Retirement isn't the end of your ministry. It's a new chapter with different opportunities to serve and grow. Plan intentionally. The most fulfilling retirements don't happen by accident. They require thoughtful planning and intentional choices. Maintain balance. Find the sweet spot between staying engaged and allowing yourself to rest and enjoy this new season. Invest in relationships. Use this time to deepen connections with family, friends, and community in ways that weren't possible during active ministry. Stay open to growth. Retirement offers unique opportunities to explore new interests, develop new skills, and discover new aspects of yourself. Your action steps. 1. Begin conversations about retirement with your spouse and family. Explore potential hobbies and interests while still in active ministry. You should connect with other retired pastors for insights and support. Consider how you want to stay involved in ministry. Start planning for the practical aspects of retirement life. Remember, you've spent decades caring for others. Now it's time to care for yourself while continuing to serve in new and meaningful ways. Your retirement can be just as purposeful and fulfilling as your active ministry years, perhaps even more so. If this video has helped you think through these important retirement life questions, please like, subscribe, and share with other pastors who are considering this transition. Drop your specific questions about retirement life in the comments below. I love hearing from you, and use your questions for future episodes. Your faithful years of service deserve a retirement filled with purpose, joy, and continued growth. Here's to your next chapter.